Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bettina and I'm a makeup enthusiast. In today's video I am here to share my long overdue update for my project Level Up. This project was designed and created by Sofie Alexandra. I'll leave her channel linked down below so you can check out her intro and her current videos that she's doing for Project Level Up. So if that interests you at all, then stay tuned. But before we get into the video, if you are new around here, you want to keep up to date on all my project pans that I'm doing this year, make sure you subscribe down below. And without further ado, let's get on into the update. So I'm currently on level 2. It's been a couple of months, or like 3 months or something, since I have updated this project. Project Level Up is a eyeshadow panning project. For level 1, for example, you need to pick a palette out of your collection, use every shadow in that palette at least once, and you also need to hit pan on one shadow in that palette. For level 2, you need to use every shadow in the palette at least twice, and then you also need to hit pan on at least 2 shadows in that palette, and so on until you reach the point where you want to go back to level 1. I'm thinking for myself I might go back to level 1 around maybe level 5 or 6. I'm hoping that I can at least do like one full rotation before the end of the year, but I don't like my chances with the way I'm going at the moment, given that I'm only up to level 2 and we're halfway through the year. Now, today my left eye will not stop watering, so I've just opted not to wear mascara because it's just gonna run everywhere. My concealer is already lifting and my eyeshadow is already lifting on my inner corner. We're just gonna deal with it. We're just gonna roll with it. My eye won't stop watering for some reason. It's just like quite irritated like on the outer corner, so it just keeps like watering and watering. Do you guys ever get that? Oh, it's just one of those days, unfortunately. Now I do use my random number generator to select my palette for this project, and then I pull out the number that corresponds to the palette that I have in my full eyeshadow palette list that I have going on at the moment. So for the last level, or for level 2, I've been working on my Viseart Triced palette, and I was actually quite excited to get this palette. Given that it was only 9 pans, it was a lot easier to work on than the first palette that I rotated in. The first palette that I rotated into the project was one of my Be Perfect Stacey Marie Carnival palettes, and it has like 40 shadows in it or something. So this was a lot easier to work on for specifically, I guess, the number goal. I did have a little bit of trouble with the hitting pan goal because it just took a little bit longer than I expected, but we did manage to get pan on 2 shadows, and I've obviously used every shadow twice. So I've managed to hit pan on this shadow up the top here in the corner, which is Danger Use. And then I also hit pan on this one down here, which is Seduction. Let's just go quickly through the shadows, because I did manage to track how many uses I did on this palette this time. So starting off the one in the top left hand corner, which is Danger Use, which I have hit pan on. I hit pan on this one with 6 uses. Moving along, for the next 2 shadows, I only used these ones the 2 times that I needed to use them for. Next is the one down the bottom row here on the very end. I used this one 3 times. Moving into the center, I used this one twice. On the end here, I used this one 3 times. Then down to the bottom, I used this darker one here twice. This one's Seduction, which is the other one that I've hit pan on. I hit pan on this one with 13 uses. And then last but not least is this one on the end here. I only used twice. So there were a couple of shades that I used more than just like the minimum requirement. But on the whole, I basically only used each shadow as much as I needed to hit my goal. But I'm very happy to say I've hit pan on 2 shadows in this palette, and I am going to rotate it out, which means we are leveling up to level number 3, which means I need to use every shadow in the palette that I select at least 3 times, and I need to hit pan on 3 shadows in the palette. It's starting to get interesting. It's starting to get a little bit more difficult. So I have 153 palettes to choose from. I am going to try and avoid any palettes that already have pan in them, because the whole aim for me for this project is to add to my collection of palettes that don't have pan. So I want to basically take the palettes that don't have pan in my collection and turn them into palettes that have pan in my collection. So that's basically what I'm going to do. And we are looking for number 124, which is a palette that I already have pan in. So it's my Nomad Iceland palette. So because I already have pan in that one, I'm going to re-roll. So let's try for another number. We have number 19. Ooh, number 19 is my Melt She's in Parties palette. I'm actually a little bit excited about that. I love working with purple eyeshadows. So let me go find that palette and I will be back in a second. So my Melt She's in Parties palette is right here. There are 8 pans in this palette, which means we're going to probably have a little bit more difficulty hitting 3 pans in this palette, and the melt formula does take a little bit of effort to hit pan on. So we'll see how we go with this one, but I'm happy to roll it in and we'll give it a crack. There are some shadows in here that I can use quite regularly, I think. So I don't think I'll have a problem incorporating it in more regularly. I just think that it will take a lot of uses to get to the 3 pans. So we'll see how we go. In terms of what pans I think I might hit pan on, I'm going to guess that I think I'll probably definitely hit pan on Strange Love, possibly Skeleton Kiss, and then I think as a matte, it'll probably be one of these 2, which is Totally Immortal or Last Caress. I think it'll be one of those 2 that I'll hit pan on. So this is what it looks like. If you haven't seen She's in Parties, it's basically just a purple palette. And I haven't used this one all that much, so it is nice to grab it out and get some more use out of it. I don't think I'll have any problems hitting the 3 uses on all these, but I'm definitely going to have trouble hitting the 3 pans. So that's my roll-in palette for level 3. Wish me luck. I hope that I don't have to spend too much time on this one. I think I probably will though, so wish me luck. I will update you when I can. And that is my project level up update. This is the second update. Let me know down in the comments if you are participating in project level up. How are you going? What level have you managed to reach this year? I would love to know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date on all my project pans that I'm doing this year. And that's it. That's it for this video. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. I hope you are staying safe, healthy, and looking after yourself. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, beautiful.